All right, welcome into the show. Creative Crypto here. Solana meme coins continue to lead the trading volume across all major blockchains. In the last 24 hours, we have had over $10 billion of trading volume on Solana alone. This has also caused the price of Solana to increase over the last week, and it currently sits at around $120 billion market cap, passing up BNB and closing in on Tether. This is all due to the fact that people want to get into this Solana meme coin game and they want to be able to find the next gem coin that can really change your life. As you can see, this article recently talking about the luckiest trader ever. They took a $16 investment and it grew to $3 million in 2 weeks with the meme coin Peanut. How is this possible, you may ask? Well, that's because the trader bought the coin when it was only at a $10,000 market cap. At the time of this article, the market cap for Peanut was over $2 billion. And we can see today the market cap is sitting around $1.4 billion. So really the secret to getting rich with meme coins is being able to find the right meme coin, getting in early and holding. And as we can see with this example, it really doesn't take much to be able to make that life-changing money, as this trader only used $16. But the big thing this trader did was getting in early. And that's what I want to talk about in this video, guys. I want to show you how you can snipe these Solana meme coins when they launch from Pump.Fun and when they graduate onto Raydium. And specifically using the Trojan trading bot here on Solana that I've been using personally on the channel over 8 months now. It's the most used and the bot that has the most volume across all other trading bots on Solana. And they recently just launched 2 new features that we've been waiting for this bot, and that is this sniper option right here, and then this one is a trenches option, which is more for the research type. The sniper is something that you can actually utilize to snipe these coins. I'm going to show you how to set up this bot and what strategy I'm using to try to snipe these coins and make some quick profit. Sniping coins is actually one of the toughest things to do because there's a lot of competition for this. Okay, this is different than trying to find a gem early on Pump.Fun or trying to find a wallet that's profitable and copy their trades. This is a different animal and you have to attack this differently than you would other trading strategies. So the tools that you're going to be able to need to snipe these meme coins when they launch on Raydium is, of course, the Trojan trading bot. The link is in the description for this. This is a free bot. They just take 1% off every transaction. And if you use my link in the description, you're going to get 10% off those trading fees. So you're going to save yourself some money with trading. Using a trading bot on Solana is a necessity if you want to be able to compete in this very competitive trading market. You want to be able to have a fast bot that can do these type of things, set up stop losses, take profit zones, set up limit orders, do copy trading, and now sniping. So this is very exciting, guys. If you've been using Trojan for a while, you know we've been waiting for them to launch their sniping option, and it is here. So if you want to get access to this, first, click the link in the description, press start on the bot here. It's going to take you to a settings page like this. Scroll down here, click on the back button. It's going to take you to this settings page. Now, before you jump in and start using the sniper, you're going to want to click right here and you're going to want to go to backup right here. You're going to want to use one of these backup bots because they're going to be a lot faster and have a lot less load on them. They are all the same bots across all the Trojan bots here, and all your settings will get transferred over. So basically, whatever bot you press start on is the bot that's going to have all your settings in there, and you don't have to worry about it. You can jump between bots whenever you feel like it, and you can find whatever bot will work for you. Now, they're showing you here the bots with the green light are the ones that have the less load. The red have a more heavy load, and the yellow is kind of a medium load. Because the main Trojan bot has a bunch of users on it every single day, and it has a big load. So you definitely want to utilize one of these backup bots. You'll have a much better experience trading meme coins using Trojan. So you just click on one of these and then press start on the bot. I've been using this Diomedes. Now the users have been growing on this, so I may jump to a different bot and try it out because I noticed some of these are new that they've added in, like Nestor and this one here. So I definitely want to always be on the lookout for faster ones with less users, and those are the ones you want to look for. But I've been using Diomedes and it's been good for me, so I continue to stick with it until I see any issues. So once you started your backup bot here, you're going to come over here to this settings page. Now the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set up some settings here in order to be able to utilize this sniper correctly. So click on this settings right here. Now with the sniping, this is way different, like I said, for copy trading or just manual trading. So you're going to need to be on the fastest gas setting in order to make sure that your transactions go fast, because with sniping, it's all about speed and there's going to be a lot of competition. We are competing now with people that have their own dedicated sniper bots that could be a lot faster than this. Now, not saying that the sniper here can't be profitable, because it can. I have been testing it, but definitely you're going to want to up the gas, and sniping is not for everybody. This is for somebody with a bigger budget. And with this, we're just looking for quick, smaller profits. Now, we can keep a moon bag, of course, with these coins, but definitely you want to just get in and out as quick as possible. So I'm going to utilize the turbo setting here for the gas fee. That's going to allow the fastest gas setting that the bot allows. Okay, now MEV protection, I personally don't utilize this because I've only been hit with a MEV attack maybe once or twice in my 8 months of trading here on Solana, and utilizing this will actually slow the transaction down, and it may not actually even process the transaction. Now, you can utilize this if you want. It's really up to you if you want to feel more safe and secure. If you've been hit with MEV attacks before, then go ahead and try it out. For me personally, I just don't use it because I've had success without using it. So it's really up to you guys. You have to experiment and see what works for you. Next, we're going to click on the auto sell setting right here. Okay, we're going to create our own auto sell profile for this sniper. So what this does, it allows us to create our own profile. As you can see, I have a couple profiles here. This is the auto sell profile. This sets up your stop loss, your take profit zones. So we click on new, and then we're going to create a new auto sell profile. So you can read through some of this if you've never set this up before in the bot. I do have older videos where I walk through exactly how this works, but I will do the same thing here on the video. So we're going to first set up a tag for this. We're going to put this for sniper. So put sniper, send it through the bot. All right, we've got our tag in here. This is all good to go. Leave that all green. Check all wallets. That's good to go. Now, next thing, we're going to press add orders. So first thing we're going to set up is our stop loss, because we want to be able to get out of a trade if it goes sideways for us, and we don't want to lose too much money, because these coins can rug quickly and we definitely don't want to be holding the bag. So first we click on this right here. We're going to set this up for negative 55%. You can experiment with this and see what works for you, but because we're not having the fastest sniper out there, there's a chance that we might buy, 30% higher than where the price ends up going, and it might buy 30% higher and then the price goes down, and we don't want to just lose a quick trade. We want to be able to give ourselves some wiggle room. So 55% is pretty good, and I don't think it's going to go higher than that. And we can set that up with our slippage as well in the sniper bot to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay, so next thing, we're going to click on amount. That's the amount of tokens that we're going to sell once it hits that level. Okay, so 100% for that. So if the coin goes down negative 55%, we're going to sell 100% of the tokens. That is the stop loss, as you can see the SL right there. We're going to click on add order to add another order here. This is going to be our take profit level. Now, because this is sniping and this is a different trading strategy than trying to find gems, coins yourself, or profitable wallets, and you want to hold for longer, we want to get in and out quick. So my take profit level is going to be 55%. So if the coin goes up 55%, we are going to sell the coin. How much are we going to sell? We are going to sell 95% of the coin. So that's basically going to make us a 50% profit and leave us 5% of the supply that we purchased for a moon bag. Just in case the coin runs to, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, we'll still be able to benefit from that in a small way, but we won't miss out completely. So that's it, fairly simple. Basically, if the coin goes down 55%, we're going to get out. If it goes up 55%, we're going to sell 95% for about a 50% profit. Slippage at 15% is probably good, but we can try to set this up at 25% just to give us a little more wiggle room on that. And for the expire section, this is where the limit orders will expire, because what this is actually doing is when you purchase a coin, it's setting up automatic limit orders for you in the bot. And that's how it's setting this up. These orders will expire at a certain time, and you can change that here inside the bot. So I'm going to set this up for just 1,000 days because I don't want it to expire. I just want to have those orders in there. I can always cancel them directly inside the bot, inside the limit order section. Okay, now this is on and ready to go. We see this is on here. We'll just click back right here. And now we have our sniper active. Now I already have a auto sell settings here. Now I need to pause this while I do my sniping because I don't want it to conflict with what I'm doing here with my sniper settings. So now you can see I have paused this. So this is the only one running right now. So we are good to go. Now let's go back to the other settings page where the sniper was, and we're going to click sniper. Now this sniper allows us to snipe two different things. It allows us to snipe a new pool, which is basically a new coin that's listed. This is coins that are listed with their own liquidity pools that are not listed on pump.fun. Those ones are tougher to find, and they are pretty rare nowadays because most coins just launch on pump.fun. So we are going to stick with the pump.fun migration section right here. Okay, now what we need to do is set up our priority fee. Now this can be as high as you want. It really depends on how much you're trading with. For sniping, I personally wouldn't trade less than 1 Solana per snipe, because with fees and how quick you need to be in and out of the trades, it really is not worth it. I've tried sniping myself with 0.25 and half a Solana. Definitely 1 Solana is pretty much the minimum you need to go with for sniping. So for that, you can set up a custom priority fee. 0.02 is pretty good. You could go as high as 0.05. It really depends what you want, because there's going to be a lot of competition for these coins. A lot of people are doing this. So it really depends on how high you set the fee as to when your order is going to get filled. Like I said, we're competing with a lot of different people now for sniping. And so you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're doing this. This isn't just a guaranteed that you're going to make this money here, because a lot of people are getting in. So the bot may not be able to purchase it exactly when the market cap starts on Radium. I have had ones where I do hit it right at 100K. That's usually what they're getting listed at now, right around 100K. But there were times where I would get in at like 130K, around that range. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you're doing this. To set up the fee, you just click right here, and then you can put in whatever you want. We'll just use 0.025 just to make it be kind of fast. And then we're going to click add. Now, if you have a previous coin that you sniped in here, you will see it here, okay? Don't worry about that. You can change that right here from the token that you want to set up to snipe. Okay, now over here, we are on the buy setting, because this is also a sniper to sell. If you want to sell a coin quickly when it hits Radium, something like that, you can do that here as well. For this video, I'm doing a buy example, okay? The amount of SOL I'm going to do is 1, my slippage at 35%, and then once the coin is in here, you'll press create. So now that we have our sniper ready to go, we can put a multi-window here and use Photon to be able to find coins to snipe. You can use Photon or GMGN for this. Photon sometimes gives me trouble with my VPN. As you can see, some of the images aren't showing correctly, and sometimes it gets buggy with the VPN, and it has me, do the CAPTCHA and stuff like that. So it kind of gets annoying at times, but I do like the info that Photon does provide as far as the top holders here, the dev holding percentage, the market cap of the coin, the amount of holders right here, and then if there's any snipers, as we can see right here. So this is the stuff we're going to need in order to find a good coin to snipe, because we definitely don't want to be sniping every single coin that comes out of here, because a lot of them are just going to go to zero, okay? And we want to find coins that have a potential to run a little bit. Now, doing this type of sniping, time is of the essence, because we only have about 2 to 3 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes, from when a coin is about to graduate to where it gets listed on Radium. So we have a little bit of time there to do some quick little research on the coin and then plug it into our sniper to be able to set it up to snipe. Okay, so we have to be moving quickly and we can't be waiting around. Now, what we want to look for, number one, is how long the coin has been on pump.fun being sold. As we can see here, this is the time that the coin's been listed. You can see this coin bread has been around for 2 hours and 30 minutes on pump.fun. This one, KC, has been around for 6 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, what we're looking for essentially is a coin that's been around maybe a couple hours. Okay, I try to avoid ones that get listed right away. You'll see coins that jump up in here and get listed and about to graduate in literally a couple minutes. Those ones I tend to stay away from. However, you could still snipe them, but definitely want to keep in mind that the best coins that ever got listed on pump.fun, you can find them over here on pump.fun, sort by market cap. Okay, Peanut, Goat, Thwog, Act, these coins all did great. And what you can do is you can then plug in to GMGN to look at when it was first trading on pump.fun, how long was it around? We can see Peanut, it lasted here. It started at 5,000, went up to around 50,000, dumped down to 20,000, and then shot back up. And these are on hour candles. So basically, it was about maybe an hour and a half or so, 2-hour range for Peanut to graduate from pump.fun to Radium. So if the best meme coin to ever come out of pump.fun took around 1 to 2 hours to graduate, then that's what we want to look for for future coins. Okay, so just use that and keep that in mind. And you can go through and look at these other ones and see how long they took and see if you can find a pattern to where a sweet spot is. I'm just going to do peanut, for example, here to save some time for the video, but you can go through and look and see. Maybe you find a different time frame that's better, that works for you here. So now what we do is we basically just lie in wait. Okay, we are the lion stalking its prey. We're laying in the grass. We're waiting for a coin to show up on here that is about to migrate. Now, certain times of the day, this can be better than others. Okay, sometimes it can be slower where nothing's getting migrated. Sometimes it'll be rapid fire. It really depends when you're trading. Okay, now right now I'm kind of trading late at night and there's really not much going on, to be honest. There's just this bread coin, okay, and nothing really is pumping up here. You know, this one maybe has some potential, 24 minutes old here, okay, 83%, but you just have to go through and look, and like I said, it really depends on the time of day. Of course, during the daytime, you know, in the afternoon usually is where you're going to catch a lot of these, or even in the morning sometimes. But right now tends to be a dead period, so we may not get a good coin to snipe here on the video. But now we will just lie in wait and see if a coin comes through. Okay guys, so here's a good example. This one is seeding here. It's been around for 3 minutes. AI Frogs 16Z here. So let's open this coin up and let's take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to use GMGN because Photon is having issues with my VPN. I don't know why it does that, but basically I can't get it to load right now. So this coin is starting to seed. It's only been around 3 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to snipe this coin, but we need to look at it and respond very quickly here. Okay, so we have 33 snipers that I bought this coin early that are still holding. We see that the dev doesn't have a history of rug pulls. Okay, now this coin shot up super quick. Okay, look at this, just crazy amount here. This might be a bad one because it really only lasted 3 minutes. We see the top 10 holder percentage at 47%. So this one, personally, I don't think I would snipe it. However, I have seen coins that do have, you know, a 47% top 10 holder percentage, you know, even upwards of 50%, that actually do pump after it gets listed. But we're just going to watch this one and see as an example to see what this does. Okay, because I don't want to get wrecked on this one here. There's only 39 holders. That's not enough holders. It needs to be a little bit more. It needs to be spread out a little bit. Okay, it needs to be around, you know, 200 holders is kind of the sweet spot, what we want to look for. So if it has too little of holders with a high holder percentage, that's definitely bundled. Okay, so this is definitely a bundled coin, and we'll see how that one goes, but I don't think that one's going to be any good. So we'll see if something else comes along here. This is Peanut the Squirrel 2.0. This one has a top 10 of 77%, so not really good on that one. So let's go through and see if we can see any other ones. So right now it looks like this one could be good. Pudding Cat. This one is starting to run. So let's see this AI Frogs one. This one, I think it already did migrate here. Let's check it here. Let's refresh the page. Let's actually close Photon because I think it's messing up some stuff here. We'll just use GMGN for now. So this coin did shoot up to 235k market cap. So that would have been a good one to snipe, but I do think it's going to crash pretty quickly. All right, and there's a chance that, you know, we may have bought at the top when the coin got listed. It really depends on how many snipers were actively getting ready to snipe this coin. So see, this was the first wick when it got listed, guys. So there's a chance. Now, our slippage was only at 35%, so it may have failed. This one may have failed to snipe. But you can see, I mean, there's a chance some snipers may have bought way up here at 350k. Okay, so you're already down. So sometimes, you know, sniping isn't always the best option when these coins migrate. Sometimes you just want to wait and see if there's a dip and see if you can find the dip first. But this one, you know, if we were able to snipe it at 100k, yeah, that's a clean 100% gain right there. So that definitely would have made our money. Okay, but like I said, top 10 holder percentage was too high for me, too low of holders, and I just didn't like it. Okay, I could be wrong on coins. Okay, just because the metrics don't look good doesn't always mean that it's going to be a rug. Okay, so for example, this one, the dev holds 73%. Okay, so this one's definitely going to rug. So that's weird. It just changed. It's just showing 3.7%. So they must have switched the wallets around or something. Okay, we have this one here, Bloom. Let's check out that one. That might be an interesting one. Okay, we can actually copy the address real quick and just get it ready to snipe, because I do like, just right off the bat, what I see here. Dev holds 2%, top 10 at 28%. There's about 66 holders, so still a little bit low. Okay, and let's see what that one looks like. So sometimes GMGN struggles when it brings up too many windows. Okay, but you can see this is adding the liquidity here. Looks pretty good. We don't have any history of rug pulls, so let's quickly put this into our sniper bot and see if we can get this ready to snipe. Okay, so we just paste that in here. We see the coin here, bloom. So now we just press create. Everything else is ready to go. So now this is set up in our sniper bot. So let's see if this is a good one or a bad one. I don't know. I think the holder amount is a little bit low for me. Okay, there's a lot of people that didn't sell from the beginning here. This is what this means. This means people that bought in early on pump.fun, the first 37 buyers. So out of the first 37 buyers, 34 of them are still holding. So what does that mean? That means that they're most likely going to dump this coin as soon as it gets listed. Okay, so let's see if the sniper can actually buy this or if the slippage fails. Okay, let's refresh the page. Let's see if it's adding the liquidity in. So it looks like it is starting to migrate. We may have put this in too late, but let's just check. So I don't think it has officially migrated yet. No, still waiting, still waiting. So we're still good. I think we got it in time. So it should be good. You can see over here on the sniper, it'll keep the list of your coins. So I can go add in another one here. I can have multiple ones in here. If I want to get rid of it, I just press close. Okay, so let's just see if this one works. And while we're waiting for that, we can go see if something else pops up here. Okay, and we can, so there it goes. So it did just snipe that coin. So let's click on this and let's watch this coin as it's trading. So you can see we actually did buy it at 88K. Okay, so pretty good. Let's press refresh here. So we're up 24%. We can see our take profit levels here is set. Okay, and we can see it just triggered the sell. Bam. So we did quickly snipe that. Let's check on the Explorer to see if that actually went through correctly. Here we go, guys. As you can see, 1.5 Solana. So I turned 1 Solana into 1.5 Solana, and I am still holding some of the coin. Okay, so you see how quick that can go with sniping. Sniping is about speed. Sniping is about putting yourself in the right position to get in these coins early and to get in and out quick. Keep a little bit of a moon bag. We still have the 5% of this. That's why you don't see the P&L card print. But we did just make a quick 0.5 Solana in literally a couple minutes. And you guys saw me do this live on the video. And like I said, you can just continue to do this. This can be a really fun thing to do. You can kind of just really get into this, okay? So here's Pudding Cat. Pudding Cat is about to seed. Oh, and it just sold my moon bag too, because this coin actually dumped, it looks like, and it did. So it dumped lower than the 50%. So keep that in mind. If you do want to hold your moon bag longer, you can close out that stop loss position. But it looks like it was actually a good move to get rid of that moon bag. So there you go, guys. In a minute and 54 seconds, we just made 0.5 Solana, which is about $134. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that you're going to make this every single time. There's plenty of times where you could lose. But this gives you an opportunity to trade in a different way and to be able to snipe these coins quick. As you can see, this coin has now gone to zero. So there was a little bit of a time frame where we could get in on this coin. And we got lucky. Okay, we got really lucky because we sniped it. We weren't in this to try to trade for the long term and hold this coin long. We got in quick. There were some buys that came in. We sniped it and we got out. Okay, and we made a good amount of money. So let's check on Pudding Cat and see how it does. I think we're a little too late to snipe because I was talking in the video, but I do think this one does have potential because it lasted about an hour. It's got 269 holders here. So this may be a good one just to snipe again real quick. Let's check the metrics. Like I said, you do have about that 3 to 5 minute time frame where you can kind of check these coins quickly and see if it's a good one to get in. So I think we missed this one. They're adding the LP right now. So I might just wait and see if I can buy this one on a dip because I do think this is a pretty good coin based on the metrics. Okay, the metrics alone. Now there is still a lot of snipers ready to unload their bags, but I do like the holder distributed here. Okay, top 10 of 18.5%. So it looks like it did just go live. It has dipped a little bit already. So I would just continue to watch this and potentially buy a dip for this coin. I really don't know anything about it other than just the metrics that I'm seeing here as far as the pump.fun metrics, but I do like that it was basically an hour on pump.fun until it got migrated. and the chart looks pretty good. What we can do is we can set up a limit order for this coin if we wanted to at around, I think a good level would be about 65K around there, and then see if we get a bounce up from 65K and make a quick 50% off of that. To save time on the video, I'm not going to do that right now, but definitely you could do that. If you want to try to catch it on a dip and you don't want to pay, the full market price and the inflated market price of that. So we can see Pudding Cat is holding the 95K market cap range, and it bounced off around 80K. So yeah, this could be a pretty good one. I'm actually going to maybe buy a little bag of this just to see. Okay, so it looks like the coin is running. I did get my purchase in at around 98K. So we'll see how that goes. I forgot that I had the sniper settings for the auto sell, so I had to cancel those, and I'll probably do that manually after the video, or I'll just let this thing run. I'll just see how high it can go. I'll try to hold it for as long as I can, because I think this one could have some legs based on the metrics that I like to see for these coins that get migrated to Radium. So the second new feature here is the trenches feature. What this is it's basically like a GMGN or a Photon or a meme scope where you can see all this stuff on the bot directly, and you can snipe these contracts straight from the bot if you don't have access to this GMGN, if you're not using a desktop computer, if you're just using your phone. This will be a great way to just utilize it from your phone. So this is the new listings. You're going to want to go on here. These are the ones that are getting close to being migrated. So these are the ones that you'd want to snipe. So you could just go through and, you can put in a coin before it starts migrating to put it into snipe. It's a little bit higher risk because you don't know what the coin's going to do. I like to wait when it's in that little time frame between migrating and to get migrate on Pumped Up Fun. Like I said, you have between 2 to 5 minutes to do a little quick research. Just look at the coin metrics, decide what you want to do, and then plug it into your sniper, and then just let it go from there. So that's what I prefer to do. But this is for people that maybe don't have access to a desktop computer. They want to do everything from their phone, and this trenches option gives you the ability to do that. So pretty cool stuff, guys. And then you can also see coins that have also already migrated here, and maybe you want to start trading some of those, and maybe you can find some gems in there. Because remember, at one point, Peanut Coin did migrate to Radium, and it did get listed, and it actually dumped right away. I mean, look, it got listed and shot up to about 150K, dumped down to 20K, kind of similar to Moodang. Moodang did the same thing. A lot of these coins that do that, these blue chip coins, they tend to do that. So, if you're sniping this coin, you could have made some money on it, okay, but you might have got stopped out. And then, the coin shot up. So there's been times where I do get stopped out on coins and then they shoot up. It's really crazy. Meme coins are super volatile, guys. They can really test your patience, and you definitely want to have some risk tolerance when you're dealing with these coins, because you never truly know what's going to happen with some of these. Sometimes you can instantly buy a coin and it just completely tanks, and you can just feel like you're just on a big losing streak. But then you'll find those couple gems that turn it all around for you. And so those are what you want to look for. Okay, so I just want to give you guys updates here. It looks like this would have been a good coin to snipe, Pudding Coin, because it did hit around that 50% range. We could have gotten it here. We also could have gotten our limit order filled at 65. So I kind of FOMO'd in and did what you're not supposed to do with these coins and buy basically at the top there. So it is what it is on this one. There's a chance that this thing might bounce back up. So we'll just hold it, and we're not going to panic sell. And what I did was I actually put in a stop loss at around 48K, because I think that if it goes down to that level, it's probably over at that point. And if it holds it, then it is what it is. So good to see on this stuff, guys. So pretty exciting here that Trojan launched the sniping tool. We've been waiting for this for so long, guys, and I've been holding off on doing some other sniper bots because I wanted to wait for Trojan's sniper bot, because I know that one's going to be the best of the best. And I know it's from a trusted team that has been battle tested and proven here trading on Solana throughout this past year. And I really like what I see with the Trojan team. And the sniper bot does work great, guys. For just a Telegram sniper, that was pretty smooth. Okay, I'm not going to lie, that was pretty smooth right there. We really didn't have to do much. We basically waited to find the coin, did a little quick research, plugged it into the sniper, and bam, we made half a Solana in 2 minutes. Okay, so think about how many times you can do that throughout the day and how much profit you could potentially make. Now keep in mind, there are going to be losses with this. You're not going to have 100% win rate on these coins. Don't just think any coin that migrates on here, you're going to be able to just get in and 100% make money on these. A lot of these, when they get listed on Radium, they just completely plummet to zero. But if you know what to look for and follow the steps that I showed you in this video and things to avoid, you can potentially make some money with this. And try it out, guys. If you're already using Trojan, try out the sniping bot. See if you can make some quick money. Don't put more than you can risk to lose on here. Like I said, you don't want to do crazy amounts. And I wouldn't go too high. I would keep it between 1 to maybe 10 Solana at the highest. I wouldn't be sniping more than 10 Solana because then it gets a little bit risky. So I would keep it between minimum 1, maximum 10 per snipe. Okay? And keep your profit small. Don't just think you're going to put the same profit levels that you could use for copy trading. You know, I have higher profit levels for copy trading and when I track wallets versus sniping. Like I said, it's a different animal. It's a different game. We're not looking for a long-term play here. We're looking for a quick in and out, make a quick buck. And then, like I said, you can choose to keep a moon bag as well, just in case. And so it really works out. And I hope you guys found this video interesting. If you did, please hit a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments, have you been using this sniping bot yet? Have you been making any money with it? And are you excited to test it out if you haven't yet? Now, if you don't have access to this yet, because I don't know if it's live for everybody yet, what you need to do is you need to follow the steps to retweet one of their tweets and put in why you like the Trojan bot and put in your Telegram name. Okay, if you do that, they will include you into the next batch of usernames to activate for the sniper. I did that a few days ago. It took them maybe like 2 days and they activated the sniper here. So really exciting stuff, guys. It gives us another way to make some trades here and kind of a different way than copy trading or manual trading or tracking wallets. I think it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of high stakes, of course. This is the highest gambling that you can do here. But if you follow a sound strategy, you can put the odds in your favor and you can potentially make some money with this. So if you guys found this video informative, like I said, please hit a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments, have you been using this yet? What have you been doing to make money with meme coins? I'll be interested to hear about it down below. I have a lot more videos coming out, guys, that I want to make. I'm just really pressed on time with my full-time job and trying to manage my YouTube channel and the Telegram and everything like that. So I'm doing my best, guys, to put out the best content for you guys that you can actually learn from and actually make some profit with. So until the next time we will talk again, take care and take charge. Creative Crypto out.